Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not happy.
Must say, Brenna, I'm loving the hair.
Are you?
The
Thank
top
you.
knot, yeah.
Is it just looking like a straight up
Vibe.
Viking?
There's a look you're going for, isn't it?
Maybe that's what
Yeah.
it is.
It's 100% the look I'm going for. Of course, I'm going for it. Why would I not?
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
I look like a Norwegian man. I got the beard, the looks, and I may as well, the size, the stature. You put a haircut and this beard on it, people just immediately go, "That dude's a fucking Viking." So, yeah, is that okay? Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going for the
Yeah,
Viking
no,
look because I want to eat
I-
like a Viking.
You want to eat like a Viking?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
But so
Oh.
so Crystal, we were talking about last time how, or no, not last time, but about probably about two times, 2 episodes ago, how I was trying to do a task with my wife, but I just couldn't at no point get onto it, and the task was kind of like eating up me inside, and the only point that I could actually kind of feel any form of comfortableness is then when I thought, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna go mow the lawn. So and then I had my own little therapy session with mowing that lawn.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. Has anyone else had like little moments like that when they just like bottled up rage because of something they just can't do anymore? Or I don't know. Like, have I worded that correctly? Because clearly my brain doesn't function.
Yeah. Do you feel like I'm like wondering if that's like a processing thing, like a meditative, like a thing that you're doing to like regulate, regulate your emotions and then like come back to something. Is that sort of like what?
Well, I've thought about this more about it, and like I think it just kind of comes down to primeval. Like I am just a man. Like in a basic science sense, I am a man, and unfortunately, rage is usually the first thing that, or anger comes to. That's the first emotion that comes because, as per what Adam has mostly said quite a few times now, it's hypervigilance. But vigilance is kind of stems within that anger because that you have to have anger and focus and know I don't know. I think anger allows me to focus my brain and focus on what's around me immediately. That I don't know. Adam, do you?
Yeah.
Being like the only other male in this.
No, I get it, and look, I can equate that a lot with the military training as well. Sort of that jobs on kind of. It's an easy way to say it, and they used to say jobs on all the time. But like when you're talking about hypervigilance, like I'm very much the same. Like off with the fairies for the most part, can't keep a straight thought. But then as soon as like there's something that needs to be done, it's like hyper focus on that. But it's hyper focus with like anger. So I find it's very much like I said, that job's on you. You're all sort of chilling. Alarm bell goes off. Boom. You're all just focused on that one thing. Like there's a certain level of anger inside you, whether it's because you're doing another damage control exercise or you got to focus it and actually make sure everyone's all right and all that sort of stuff. So I think what you're saying, I very much agree with, where it's because of the like having that jobs on mentality. Now, if I do, get pissed off about something, I could just focus. And like shit, I was had a bit of a moment a few weeks ago, cleaned the whole fucking house. Exactly like you mowing the lawn. Like it wasn't what my mind was doing. It was focusing on the job at hand, and then everything else is rearranging itself, and I'm calming down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the time when I mowed the lawn, it's like I couldn't regulate that, so I just kind of went, well, I can't do this anymore. This is something that I am not doing the great at, so I need to have a pick me up or an ego boost to then. But then I don't know. It was not until when I was mowing the lawn that's when I kind of had that little therapy session with myself, and it's kind of something that I've been still thinking about, because I don't know, you gotta self-reflect to try and better yourself, right?
Your mic keeps cutting in and out.
Does it?
Absolutely.
Does my mic keep cutting in and out?
No, I mean I can hear fine.
You can hear fine. What about you guys?
Yeah,
I can hear.
Oh, okay, maybe it's just me then. Never mind.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was
Your mic
hearing.
all right?
I was hearing something. Yeah, we're all good. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's interesting that you guys sort of say that from the like hypervigilance, sorry, like sort of like perspective, because I'm like I didn't think about it like that. Do you feel like it's like
well, I
you
think
have this anger, but you need an outlet, or
Well, I mean, if you go back to Adam and I have been talking about all
James
this
doesn't
week.
get angry.
No, well, it's.
Yeah, I was
But
listening
I'm
to
happy.
the
But I'm happy
episode
to
a bit
talk about it.
I
earlier.
know, Bob, I know.
But when you put that title on saying you're angry, at that current point in time, I don't know what the fuck I am. So it's not angry, but
Yeah,
I have a range full of emotions for me right now because I've gone for so relaxed to now I have to be so aware. So my brain is not flick that
Yeah.
switch.
It's overwhelmed.
It's not
Yeah.
flick that switch as quick as it usually has. You know, when I've gone from
Yeah,
my
okay.
relaxed mode to okay, job's on, job's on. Now I've then relaxed or procrastinated, then come towards the last 30 minutes. It's like fuck off. Well, I haven't done anything all day. Job's on. Try to get angry to get things sorted, but then I
Yeah.
can't because I'm very relaxed. I'm trying to be relaxed, so I'm now having like a range full of
I get you
emotions
now.
trying to burst out of me. So
Yeah.
when my wife come home and is like, "Are
So
you
you're
good?
irritable.
Are you good?" I'm like, "No, walk away from me." And then she's like, "I just want to walk away from me. Like you're feeding this right now. This unfortunate
Yeah.
real. I don't know. Is it just me, or am I, or are these just a range
No.
of emotions that I'm starting to feel now because my brain's no longer riddled full of caffeine and nicotine and alcohol
and rewiring that
I
mission
feel like
focus.
when you
and rewiring.
Yeah, like
yeah.
once again, like when
Sorry.
you're in, there's always a mission focus. You know, whether that's sailing to a port, whether that's getting like daily orders complete, like you're always going towards a mission. And we talked about this before, like becoming a civilian, especially, you know, if you do like a medical transition, your head's still not right and you're working on it. And then coming to that point where now you've got freedom to do stuff. And it's not about people telling you what to do, which a lot of people would assume. It's like my whole time I was sailing here doing this job. These are the orders. This is what we do. The mission is defend Australia. Mission focus.
Yeah.
And then when you get out, all of a sudden you
that mission isn't.
Yeah, the mission is now be a human being, and that's a fucking broad spectrum, you know.
Yeah, and what is a human being? No, I've just been the humble, humble servant to our overlords, and being told exactly what to do. You know, with a bit of rebellious and mischievous, and tried to, no, fuck you, man, fuck the man.
Yeah, but still, ultimately, just a serial bloody service number and a rank, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly right. Anything to weigh in on that, there, Crystal? You just be nodding away,
Yeah.
nodding away.
No, I was just thinking about what you guys were saying, and I was just kind of reflecting on the performance under pressure and high stress environment sort of thing that, when you sort of like the issue with procrastination and then like not being able to get something done until like you're in this state of like, I guess maybe like dysregulation or like you have a deadline and it's like, oh my God, it has to be done right now. I was just reflecting on that and thinking like, you can see how that ties into like our training and having to respond to like action stations and emergency situations under high pressure. And I was just kind of doing my own reflecting.
Well, no, but that's exactly what we're here to do, Crystal. Like this is what in my defense is. Sorry, you're saying?
I was just saying, like, I don't think I'd made that connection previously. Like,
well, yeah, and the last the last months that we've been having these conversations and really trying to be talking to each other. There've been two things that or the two people that have been like really pulling me up and trying to help me self-reflect on a whole bunch of things that I've been doing in my past have been Adam and Cyndy to my right. And like these little conversations and podcasts have been, and I find to be beautiful therapy sessions because we're putting we're putting how we've been acting now and relating and with Adam here or bringing
Adam.
Adam or bringing it back into that understanding of why our brains would go that way because Adam's been in the same predicament. He's a submariner for he's been in an even higher scenario situations than us, because of his clearance and stuff. And we all have different routes, but we all have the exact same feelings. We've all
Yeah.
had different careers. We've
Yeah.
all had different things happen to us throughout our
Yeah.
careers, and we've kind of look at our career or look at it badly, or look at I look at my career actually. I want to say something. Anzac Day absolutely sucked for me. I had an absolute tough time. Don't know
Yeah.
why, and I'm still trying to process and understand why. But I'm going to talk more about it at a later time. But just when we were at
Yeah.
March, I was with the kids. I got asked if I wanted to march with the school and with my daughters, and I was like, no, I'll watch from the side. I'll watch. I'll be happy to watch them from the side and have a nice, beautiful father moment and hold my wife's hand and have like a these are our children, you know.
Yeah.
You see that shit? We
Yeah,
made
yeah.
them. We made them.
They are beautiful kids. Like,
Shut up. No, they're hideous. You know, you got to bring that back down to reality. No, you can't be seen beautiful in the world.
Yeah.
No, they are very
But
much.
you got upset,
But-
I
But-
think. You got, or not upset, sad,
Yeah.
a little bit teary.
Oh, but no, but I will talk about that at a later time. But yeah, I was holding back tears because then I actually did start marching with them, but I was just surrounded by defense personnel, and yeah, I would be just walking. I had to be talking because if I stopped talking,
yeah.
then I would kind of like
You're left to wallow with
I was
yourself.
left exactly
yeah.
right. So I was just like
Yeah.
trying to engage conversation with so many other people. Well, actually, I'll say one
I
story.
feel like.
Oh, sorry.
Can I make a comment on that? Like,
Go,
what you're
100%.
saying about, like, yeah. I was just like sort of thinking about that and feeling like I've just always sort of like have mixed feelings about Anzac Day because, like, you know, we're taught to, it's a day for us to be proud, blah, 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 and like for however long that we're in. And then, you know, things happen, things change, whatever. Obviously, you know, ex-service personnel are going to have their own sort of like stuff to process, but I just feel like there's this like foundational understanding that no one else can sort of like understand unless you've been in it. Like, and yeah, I don't know. I was
Yeah.
thinking about like
Adam, your
Anzac
thoughts?
Day and
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, keep on. Yeah, interjected.
no, sorry, yeah, I was just thinking about Anzac Day and thinking about like maybe why that might sort of like make me a bit sad or melancholy or like I have this internalized like shame about wearing my medals and being seen in my medals, and I haven't worked through that, but I'm like,
Yeah,
there's
I have
definitely this
that.
sense of like loss. Yeah, and there's definitely this sense of like loss and grief, and I feel like it's like your whole world sort of changes when you leave, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I think so I'm currently working at Defence Force Recruiting or ADF Careers.
yeah,
And every day I stop and look at our little flashing billboards of the Navy section and just looking at all the photos
Yeah.
of them at sea, and I just sit there and I'm like, oh man, I miss sea. You know, I miss
yeah,
being out there and seeing
yeah.
the night
Oh.
sky with no pollution, like all those little things that normal
Yeah.
civilians
I
wouldn't really
I
get.
can't explain to my friends what it's like to see sunrises and sunsets and stars in a place like that where there's zero light pollution. You're out in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's
Yeah.
something really beautiful about that.
Yeah. So I think, a little bit of me sort of misses that, but I don't know. When it comes to Anzac Day, mine's different.
Get that.
It could be because of my
Yeah.
background, but you're right. I've never. I mean, since I've left defence, I don't think I've ever worn my medals. If I only ever wore them when I was in. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm not excited nor upset.
feel-
Like I'm just sort of neutral about it all. I'm not.
Do you have like an uncomfortable feeling with wearing them, or is it just like you don't really have a feeling associated with it?
A bit of both. I do know a little bit of me sort of resents myself for not being mentally healthy enough to give it my all. But that's hindsight for you. You know,
It's
if,
also like not your fault.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
mental illness is not like
Yeah. So like,
yeah.
I think I feel like I didn't, because I didn't give it my all, maybe um, I'm not worthy of it. Maybe I don't know. Sometimes I find myself. I feel like I'm an imposter.
Mate, yeah. Are you trying to? Are you comparing what your career has been compared to what other people's careers have been like, and all the careers that have been in the media and the people that have actually kind of been over and seen war and all that stuff
Yeah,
like
and
that?
like when I listen to you guys talk,
Whilst all we are just in the background, like lonely chefos, but we're doing all that. But there's different levels of the different levels of the job,
yeah.
then people are trained to go over there, but we're also trained to be away from our families and tight knit group and stay within. We're still institutionalized so well that we are where we are. If we're 15 minutes late, we know we're in trouble.
Institutionalized is a good word.
Well, we still have that level of institutionalized. We're not at that level of what the other people are and what they've been through.
Yeah.
At no point can we be comparing other people's careers to each other's, because then that's just, you're then pitting yourself against other people.
Again, I'm not doing it out of yes, I feel like I'm an imposter, but I don't feel bad about it because I know I'm not. But it's just, I don't know, I'm not.
So you feel it, but you can just like intellectualize it and be like,
yeah, like, yeah, cool. But yeah, I don't get a pride, I suppose, when I put them on. I don't get pride about most things in my past. I think that's my problem.
Yeah.
So when things come to being in the past, they all just sort of go into that basket. I think the only things I'm proud of these days is how far I've come, and obviously my family and friends.
Yeah. I think that's an important thing to realize, to be proud of. Like, wow, actually, look how much I've like grown, or I've moved through whatever.
Yeah. So it wasn't that defense was bad or good. I don't know. It's just a phase in my life that I've gone past. It's no longer.
I feel like
I don't know. It's a pretty good.
It's interesting that you should say that.
I don't know. Adam, thoughts?
And Anzac Day's mixed emotions for a lot of different people these days. A lot of the conversation that's come up recently, in sort of smaller circles, so it's not very well publicized, is something called contemporary veterans. So post Vietnam, there was a solid period where Australia wasn't at war, and then all of a sudden Timor kicks off, and it's just been back to back since then. Iraq, Afghanistan, like even for the Navy, like when the mass refugees, bodies overboard, all that sort of stuff. And the experience now is very different. So I found that, like, I thought I was one of the only people that felt like this until I started talking about problems, issues, rah. Like, I haven't. This year's the first year since I got out 3 or 4 years ago that I've actually attended anything to do with Anzac Day.
Mm-hmm.
And what I found is, talking to other vets over time, we're finding that a lot of contemporary veterans don't feel comfortable on Anzac Day, and it's because like the respect's there, and you'll find that 99% of us will go to dawn service because that's sort of where you just rock up, you're in the crowd, right?
Yeah, which is what I've done. Gone home.
But then tend to stray away from the march and all the goings on afterwards. And for me, I actually originally just thought, I'm sick of seeing people make piss dickheads of themselves in uniform. To me, it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
But then as I got out, I realized I was avoiding it because of a lot of what you guys are saying and other reasons. But I think probably the thing that gets me the most is now I'm looking at it and going, this is more than just how I feel about it, because now I've gone to the Mad Snake, which is a veteran-run cafe. They do a thing after dawn service, and there's a whole bunch of other guys there with me in the back room. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, guys, it's pretty shit, but I haven't been in 3 years. Bloke next to me goes, this is my first one in 15. And we're finding more and more that people's feeling towards Anzac Day, and a lot of the time it's based on their contemporary service or contemporary warfare. The dawn service is still there for us to respect the Anzacs and all the tick in the box things about Anzac Day, like the Australian pride and all that, and Gallipoli and conscription and all that sort of stuff, the diggers that died and whatnot. But as for the rest of the day, their feelings towards their own uniform, their own service, and all that sort of stuff is actually vastly different to that of what it was for the Vietnam veterans, World War II veterans in the 90s and early 2000s.
Mm.
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 Do you feel like that's about like do you feel like that has anything to do with sort of like, I don't know, a feeling of sort of displacement with like contemporary vets, and like it's like, you know, we're honoring Anzac Day and what that means at Gallipoli, and who was there, but we're not sort of maybe touching on like the service that like younger vets have sort of been through, or do you think that has to do with something else?
Oh,
Yeah,
but
that's a good.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's a good view.
I mean, but with every ceremony, they say current and serving as well, and it's
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 not.
almost like you're missing out on the party now.
Yeah.
You're so the dawn service is great because you're reflecting on our past, the people who've made us and fought for our country. And then I feel like the march and
yeah, I
whatnot
feel
is
like I
more
don't belong
about
in that.
more about the people in the now, and it's celebrating them. And I'm not part of that anymore, so you're
Yeah,
just in the
right.
sidelines. Yeah.
I think when I say
My
contemporary
thing is
veterans,
like, sorry.
oh, you're right. Oh, I think
No,
when
you go. Yeah, yeah.
when we say like, you know, contemporary veterans, it's not so much just Anzac Day. It's not about like the token words of, you know, past and current serving. It's not the fact that the march does feel a little bit is more about the current serving people as opposed to the Anzacs. It's more the culture in general. So when you think of like services or places that contemporary veterans can get together, which once upon a time was Anzac Day,
Yeah.
like you think people just think RSL, but now to me, I mean, God, I'm pushing 40, and I think of RSLs, and I think of a lot of old people, fish and chips on Friday, and some pokies.
Yeah.
And
I mean, yeah.
but that was the culture of the day. So those are establishments that
My
have
thing is
those
like, I don't want to
traditions.
be
And
around alcohol or anything like that either.
yeah, well,
Like,
that too.
Yeah.
like spaces that, you know, for whatever reasons.
Too many people.
But yeah, sorry.
A thought that went through my brain on Anzac Day is that I went to a civilian friend of ours, and there's going to be a period of time that he's going to listen to this, and I'm going to try and get him on the podcast as well. But I went to him, and I'm like, hey, man, what are you doing? What are we doing? Or what are you up to today? And he's just like, oh, nah, man, we're here. Then I've got to find a leak in a wall because my house is about to fall apart. I got my mum coming over, and he's just like, "What's?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. Can I help you find that leak?" And he's just like, "Nah, no, nope."
Noting that he's very
You're not
anxious about his.
Oh no, we're not going to talk about that. I'm talking about myself. But I was just, and then he's just like, "No, why do you want to help me find a leak?" And I went, "Look, to be honest, I just don't want to be alone." A comment that I made to my wife was saying like, was I not like super positive? In the morning, I woke up. I had a quick little puff, and I went, okay, cool. I'm feeling good and positive for the day. I was thinking about, what's happening. Thinking about Anzac Day, listening to some nice. I was only 19 music, just listening, just trying to reminisce on stuff like that.
I can't listen to any of that stuff anymore. And not in a bad way, no. Like it always pulls the heartstrings, so I just stay away from it.
Or the herd version. So and then had a shower, and I was super positive, and we went there, and as soon as I got there, that's when just the
maybe it was a sense of pride, and you just not been able to identify it.
Well, one comment that I made to myself, and this is quite silly because, like, coming from a person who's very anti, never taken any other drugs apart from like alcohol and weed, but I was just like, I'm kind of feeling like a yes day today, like an absolute yes today, and so much so that if someone's like, hey Bruno, do you want to do a line in the toilet? Yes, a yes kind of day. And that's
living on the wild side.
And I'm just like, because why not? I was trying to go back into when I was, a young seaman AB having Anzac Day in Sydney, and that whole
get
culture.
So pumped for it to go out drinking
I spoke about it on Anzac Day. We ended up having people over our house, and all I did was just stoke up a fire, and we bought like
had a neighborhood watch
millions
party.
Millions of packets of marshmallows, and had a neighborhood watch party. I just went, gates are open, everyone came in, and kids are there, and they're all eating sugar, and I'm sitting there with my neighbors.
Yeah. And what was weird for us is they were all civilian. Like,
yeah, they're all civilians.
not one defense, although there was a police and a ex-defense there. But
no, he was reservist. So
reservist.
He understood.
Not a real one.
Yeah, Choco. Yeah. I mean, I have
Pinocchio. I want to be a real soldier.
Yeah.
I haven't insulted him just yet, but I think we might have to bring him on the podcast just to insult him. Yeah. You're not safe there, neighbor.
I
You
feel
can
like
bring him down and then pick him back up with a marshmallow.
we were talking
that's
about.
right,
Yeah,
he's
have
on
a marshmallow.
yeah, sorry.
We
sorry,
were talking about the other day not caveating like everything that we say, but then sort of realizing that people need to understand that there is a sense of humor and sarcasm, because I would like to say I've worked with some amazing reservists, particularly on the task security element on patrol boats. So they're a good chocos.
Yeah. They're just simple banter.
But they're not real soldiers.
But what I will say about them people as well is that they actually have the good conversations, because they're the taxation office. They're the people who could help you out. They're the people that could, when what do you do for a living? They're like, oh, I'm a taxidermy. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna stay the fuck away from you, weirdo, because I like to pull things apart and put it back together again.
So you're a chef.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, you're a butcher. Cool.
Oh dear.
We'll talk about. Me and my wife were talking about China this morning. Good things. Nothing. We're on a defense podcast. No, we're not talking about that. But we're talking about going over there and I said, don't trust anything that you eat. Or like we're looking at the travel guides, and it's like, don't trust anything you eat unless it's at a reputable restaurant or you prepare it yourself. And Christy's like, you could show them how to dissect a bat because you're a butcher. And I was like, yeah, like we refer to it as boning things. So you bone a leg, you bone something out. But my lizard brain, my inner child went boning a bat.
Well, my immediate brain went to China, like Wuhan, like a bat, coronavirus, all that stuff. Actually, I put up a meme on the Facebook group. It was just like coronavirus coming into a veteran's body, and it's like nicotine, caffeine, everything like that, morphine, paracetamol, and it's just like, what the fuck? You live here?
Yeah.
It's like, welcome to the party, guys.
Yeah.
I always used to watch those like those movies and stuff where the SF guys are sitting there and they're injecting themselves with bloody anti-inflammatories and then going back out in operation. I'm like, man, that's not real. Like by that point, you've got to be retired. Ergo, about 2 years before I'm getting out, I'm getting injections in my shoulder and in my neck, my spine,
Just
back
to
out
keep
to
going.
sea.
Yeah.
Is that like the corticosteroid ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
I've had them in my knees. Not a fun time, but they helped for a bit, for quite a bit.
So, can you guys explain a little bit more? Because I've never actually had the cortisone shots within the knees. If you guys know more about it, like if your study or research when it happened to you, or you just say, "Grease me up, woman," and then just stab you.
No, so like the whole thing behind like corticosteroid injections is that it depends on where you get it in your body. So like in one of my knees, I got it in the joint, and in the other one, I got it in the little like sac that around the knee that like holds the synovial like joint fluid.
May I just actually interject for a quick moment? The beautiful thing about Crystal here is that she's actually studying to be a paramedic. Sorry. So she actually knows the internal organs, and she can break everything down for us, which is such an awesome and amazing handy person to have, especially while we're talking about this stuff.
It did occur to me that she actually was in danger of sounding like she knew what she was talking about. Yeah, like, you're not just a normal vet.
Oh, wait, what?
No, see, I'm the normal vet. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's why I get other professional people around me to help me. What's up, guys? This is so I've got the veteran. Oh, sorry, shut up. Okay, shut up. You're saying?
Training. So they put it into the place in which they put it into, and it's supposed to be something that lasts longer, because it's different. So if you take like tablets,
like anti-inflammatories, like Nurofen.
You're having like or like even something that's, being injected or inhaled or whatever. It's like, it's, sorry, I'm just trying to like think of how to explain.
No,
It's like systemic sort of like thing. But with the corticosteroid injections, it's local, so it's more effective. Like you have less. Their idea about it is like you have less side effects because it's not a systemic thing going through your body.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh.
And it lasts longer
needle.
because it
I
doesn't
don't know
break
about
down.
yours.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Did yours have a fairly large needle when you had your injections done?
Honestly, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure the shoulder I thought was big, but I was still laughing at the fact that the doctor got the ultrasound out, and he said he asked me what was wrong with it. And I went, "Oh, I'm not being rude. I'm not a fucking doctor." They mentioned a lot of syllables and cool.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, let's see what's going. Let's see what's going on here then." Because I think he was looking for like front, back, up, down, like where does it hurt kind of thing. I was like, everywhere.
Yeah.
And so he's got the ultrasound out, and like he's got over a certain point, and he's like, "Whoa, that is messed up. That's where we're going in." And I'm still laughing at that as he's just jammed the needle in me. So I've got no idea how big it was, and the rest were all.
So you didn't get much of a chance to sort of think about it.
Yeah.
It was happening before you knew.
And the other two were in my neck and my spine, like my thoracic spine. And honestly, like all I remember is just being the most uncomfortable thing in the face of the planet because you can't move.
Yeah.
And they give you local anesthetic because so like local anesthetic's a tiny little prick, right? Everything goes numb because they in the spine is not pleasant. But the problem is you can still feel it. It doesn't hurt, but you can still feel it. And I just remember like
Thank
so
you.
I'm
can
just
feel it snaking through you.
That's a story in itself right there.
that.
But let's not go back in a second.
well, I mean, it is similar. It's going straight into your spine. So, like, the problem was because you're not allowed to move either, and I'm face down on a bed under a CAT scan, and just that gross feeling of something wiggling around in my fucking vertebrae, and not being able to like move. So I'm just like this the whole time, like hypervigilance mixed with anger and desperation. Like, hurry the fuck up.
I mean, you would have seen it happening to me when they did my back.
Well,
you didn't really watch much.
No, well, what I was seeing, and like I said, this is a story in itself. When they had an anesthesiast, they're there. Good-looking fella too. Good-looking fella. This is
I don't remember.
This is when Sophie was born. She's leaning over the bed. The anesthesiast is just like, okay, got to stretch the back out so I can stick the needle in. And Cyndy's in so much pain, so when Cyndy's in that much pain, her eyes roll to the back of her head, and and she turns quite demonic. And so what I saw was the anesthesiast touch. I'm holding onto your hands.
Yeah.
I'm like face to you, head on like this, and he's touching your back. You get a pain spasm because you want to stretch out, but you can't because he's telling you to push down. And he was a little bit forceful, and I'm like, "Bub, you have to come down." And your eyes roll back in the head, and you say, "Take your fucking ass off."
Yeah, because I could feel it building up.
And I was just like, "Ha ha!" And then the doctor's just like, "Dude, calm her down." I'm like, "Fuck you! I'm not calming that down. Like, let's just sit for a little bit."
And then I had a suck of the whistle, and I was like, I burst into laugh. Or in my head, it was slow mo. It was slow mo. So all I was hearing was me laughing. And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "We're in a game right now in what do you call it? Adrenaline mode."
Now, she didn't say any of this. This is all in her head.
Yeah.
Her eyes rolled to the back of her head. Karen came out and
split personality
and didn't want to be touched then, okay? Karen had the light.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He walked in and he's like, "Oh, you woke me from my sleep." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck about your sleep." Oh, dear. Yeah. But feeling things in your spine is...
Yeah, needles in the spine are unpleasant.
Yeah.
No, I haven't had one, but I've had like issues with my spine from my like sacral to like my cox, like all the way up to my cervical, like thoracic, like disc protrusions and shit like that. That's been.
It's something that we you and I spoke about on Anzac Day as well, and something that a DVA claim for yourself. You know, lumbar spondylosis is something that I was pushed into a
Yep.
direction from a beautiful person named Rebecca. She's no longer there. But they had IPAR. It was IPAR, which is the DVA or the help you rehabilitate and
Get you
help
back to work.
get you back to work and
Yeah.
get you in a functioning space and help you out and utilize
Mm.
DVA funds, which is pretty good.
Mm.
But she had told me like, oh, your back, if your lower back is sore, get it looked at. And then like just the compressing of our spines from being chefs and carrying 20 to 40 kilo bags of potatoes up and down flights of stairs and ladder bays and
let it
and everything,
especially when
and
you're,
all
sea
the
states and stuff
compromising
too, like-
Did you
positions
ever
that
go
we
on
put our
fag
bodies
boats?
into.
Did you ever go on fag boats?
Fag boats,
Yeah.
The FFGs,
Yeah.
yeah, the Sydney.
Oh, yeah. And you
Yeah.
had to go to the spud locker
Yep.
up
Yep.
the top there.
Mm,
Oh, my God. Trying to
That's the
get
worst.
Oh, yeah,
fucking
there's
bags of
Oh
spud
yeah,
while
hanging off the side of the.
off the
Oh,
ship,
man.
yeah.
I-
Then
That's-
like
that's
Still
a-
have,
that's a
like,
story in
memories
itself.
of putting my hand into a bag of just carrots or onions or potatoes and it just being like
mushy
juice,
and
like rotten
yeah.
juice.
Oh,
Like, I
yeah.
can still smell it. I'm like
Yeah.
rotten carrots,
Rotten
like,
potatoes
oh
stink.
Gosh, like yep.
Now this is like a this is this.
You know,
this
you know what a Submariner's version of that is? Yeah, still good.
Yeah.
yeah, we are right.
Yeah.
Are right.
We just got to
we're
push
not-
it a little.
We're not getting fresh gear for a long time.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna have to do.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
I'm just
how
gonna
do you-
blend it a little bit. Should be good. Should be good.
Put some chicken booster with it. That's tonight's midnight at soup.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Never
can
mind the fermenting taste.
Must be an interesting.
But
Yeah, you gotta sort of think
this-
about your resources a bit differently when you're a submariner, I suppose. Like,
Actually, I was telling this to another mate. And it is dead set one of the smallest things that no one else would care about. A comparison between surface fleet cooks and submarine cooks is like things like monitoring how much water wastage. Because when you're out in the open ocean, like you guys, it's like it just gets like your grey water just gets pumped overboard.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
whereas on a submarine, it's a tactical thing. Because you have to go at periscope depth, which means you're
Yeah.
putting the boat at risk to run pumps, machines, rah. So, like, how much water
Right,
you're
yeah.
putting down, like grey water you're putting down the sink, plays a big game in your actual like capability.
Yeah.
And that's the official version. But anyway, so I had this Kellic that was in charge of me, and he was a real look at me kind of guy. Like, I'm the best Kellic. I do this, I do that. You know,
Yeah.
like my boat's always cleared in customs in 20 minutes and rah. And we're coming back into
Oh,
this, like,
totally because of him.
but we're coming back towards Australia and all that sort of stuff. And so they're like, well, we're gonna pump tomorrow, and that's it until we get into the harbour. So be conservative. And he's going, I don't want him to find any of our rotten fruit and veg. So start just shoving it down Igor, the old disposable unit. But thing is, obviously that goes with grey water tank, so it starts filling it up. Thing is when you're trying to be on submarines, you got to learn all the systems anyway, right? Like you need to know the ins and outs of the boat.
Yeah.
And I'd be sitting there just jamming like containers full of rotten veg down this fucking and then I was gonna say, then someone would like come downstairs and they'd be like, oh no, so I get the phone call and they'd be like, are you using Igor? Nah. Like just keep smashing it down there so it wouldn't have any rotten veg and stuff when we pulled into customs. And anyway, the phone call happens a couple of times. A few of the lads know, you know, like they know me really well. They know what this is like and all that sort of stuff. Like if you're underway that long with people, you either like them or you don't. So half the people that would come down or that would outrang me actually like me. And so anyway, so then someone would come downstairs. It'd be like the control room manager, and they'd be like, and I'd literally just be shoving shit down the sink right in front of him.
You don't see a thing.
And he'd be like, I'd shut it off. He's like, are you using Igor? No. Just keep going and going and going. And then it got to the point where like one of the guys has been worded up by the engineer going, just can you please just get him to be a fucking functioning human being? So he's rang me up and he's gone, look, man, there's only like 150 liters left and we're not pumping till tomorrow. You need to stop. And I went, that's cool, because I was just on page 36 in the other compartment. It says we got 500 liters. I'm going to keep going. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's those kind of things are the different challenges that you get under underwater.
Well, one story that I have of disposing of gash because we're coming, for biohazards and stuff like that. Eggs. We got given like quite a large supply of eggs when we were over in Rimpak. We actually got heloed 6 pallets of supplies because the Vitler Kellic, I believe, stuffed up the bill and ordered
That's one of those.
three crates, not 3 cartons.
That's one of those Navy-wide stories too, because I've heard about that. Don't know the time or whatever, but I've heard of it.
But so we've had like a 1,001 eggs, 1,000 boxes of eggs, and so we got told, okay, we have to dispose of all these eggs. And the beautiful thing, cardboard boxes and eggs. So, but we decided to have a bit of fun. It was like an afternoon, between lunch and dinner. So we were just hoiking up eggs and then trying to launch eggs at the projected egg that was up in the air. So we're like, one person would throw up eggs, and then there was about 8 people all with eggs in their hands launching eggs at other eggs. Like we were trap shooting them.
To hit the eggs or to hit the carton?
Well, a combination of series of things. We threw many things over, or we threw cardboard back, and then we all like got people, or where we were at the front, we were throwing cardboard over. Then people are on the flight deck launching eggs.
Clay shooting
at the cardboard. It was like the things that we had to do to try and make fun. Brussels sprouts. I know that the CEO of Kanimbla came down to the Forecastle with me. I was at Rimpak once and bought a golf net, like a put in the backyard golf net from the NEX, and so I put it on the Forecastle and I was using the ball, but it got too windy, so we got to a point where fuck it. So we went down, grabbed some frozen Brussels sprouts, and we're just chipping them over the side of the ship. The CEO looks down and he's like, I'm coming. CEO's down here in his PT rig within 15 minutes, and he's just like, give me the chip of this, give me the chip of the able. And
I always remember.
Definitely have thrown some questionable stuff overboard.
Yes, we've all thrown questionable stuff.
Anyway,
I like
Where's the cricket
in line
button?
with international
Where's the
maritime
cricket
law.
button?
Hold on.
Hypothetically, of course. Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Did you hear the crickets then?
Yeah, I did actually.
Nice. All right. Well, just for the plug, can you say that one more time?
I don't remember what I said.
We've all thrown.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we've all thrown some pretty questionable stuff overboard.
Nah, fair enough. Sorry,
Ruined the moment.
We're just having, sorry. The moment's
right,
the moment's last, man.
Yeah.
That's why we need to have someone here now, just pushing buttons in the background.
Yeah.
I'll never understand.
Really.
Oh, sorry. I'll never understand how seamanship and warfare sailors had an obsession with shooting cabbage. Now, it seems so normal, right? We're doing some training. Can we grab a cabbage? But after a while, with a bit more time to think, I always just thought, what did the cabbage do to you in a previous life?
Yeah.
And why are we always shooting cabbages?
No one likes cabbages.
I'm pretty sure
it's
if we were
like
to bring
pineapple, right? To talk about pineapples in the way that you do, and it's like, what do pineapples do to deserve that?
Yeah. Oh, they're spiky and trying to eat us.
We can all go back to the nice famous movie Little Nicky, and we're shoving pineapples up Hitler's ass, and that's kind of what our naval careers felt like.
I'm pretty sure that's where that saying came from. If I had to guess,
to have a pineapple. Yeah.
The one that made me laugh was the infantry guys and stuff that I used to work/hang out with, because obviously, like, you get a machine gun that's belt fed. They refer to it as belt fed pineapples. That's when you know you're having a bad
day. Yeah.
I'd like to maybe deep dive a little bit further into when you say like a cabbage though, but like a cabbage I think is probably the size of a head. Like it's called a head of cabbage, and I think if you put like a rifle round through a head of cabbage, it kind of explode from the back, just potentially how a head would.
So what you're saying is I should have filled it with red food dye before I gave it to him.
Yeah.
Like a Wilson, but like a cabbage version.
Yeah. Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh, if I could only go back in time, I would dead set get a Sharpie and draw a face on it and everything.
I'll find a way.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity. I'm gonna have nightmares about that now.
No,
why did I think of that?
Self-reflection is a bitch.
Oh god.
Oh, sorry guys. I'm actually gonna have to tap out. I have a prior engagement.
No, that's okay. Well, look,
you'll,
guys, you guys want to
excuse
continue
me?
talking as well?
Actually, I'm just about due to
You're about to.
skedaddle as well,
You know what?
and I need to piss like a racehorse.
All right, fair enough then.
Me too.
No, well, guys, hey.
But I just want to say, like, I really appreciate like this. Like, it's hard because I think a lot of people have the same feeling where they feel like they're going through that sort of stuff alone, and I definitely felt like, oh, it's just me feeling and thinking these things, but
Yeah.
Well,
what you said the other day, Breno, about like, we got to talk about stuff instead of just pretending like things didn't happen. I'm like, that's the way to healing and
Yeah.
well,
moving forward, I think.
but just quickly before you do go, and I wanted to add one major thing into this, and I'm actually super happy that you're here. The main thing that this whole thing has not happened. Sorry, my apologies. I'll say that again. Everything that you're seeing here, it has happened due to a conversation that you and I had in December last year, and it was essentially saying when instead of us on Anzac Day, let's not go out, let's not do anything like that. You're in Cairns, I'm in Darwin. How about we just FaceTime each other? We have a video chat, and we have a drink or have a smoke or whatever like that. But we talk for about 2 hours, and instead of us like dwelling on the hatred that we fucking we have it towards, we will talk about the good things and the stuff that made us laugh, and then genuinely from that statement, I then fell in love with this fucking handsome guy across the
Allegedly, Your Honor.
Allegedly.
And then he's also helped me out as well with the sound engineering, and he's helped me out with when I was in trouble with my thoughts, and then he said, come help me in the shop. So all these things and people that have all kind of helped and contributed me. So I'm trying to, I don't know, get everyone talking again. And the conversation that the message that I sent through to you, that was actually from Adam. I initially got that from him.
Oh, testing the structural integrity of ceiling fan.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was a good one.
I had a mate who
really
said,
fucked, but like I laughed. It really caught me off guard.
That was the idea.
well, I got one back from a friend of mine, or two back. One was live, laugh, toaster bath. And the other one was and then the other one was testing his lung capacity. Testing his lung capacity with CO2. And I just went, and he went too soon. I went, no, you're good, bro.
It's not too soon if it's coming from you.
The moment you stop is the moment I'm scared.
Yeah.
All right, sorry there, Crystal.
I really appreciated the humor, and just like the connection. Like this is meaningful to me, and I'm sure it probably would for a lot of other people.
We're looking to be doing
mates that we have.
We're looking to be doing this weekly. This is kind of like a thing for us. Is a Sunday thing. Like people go to church. This is our therapy church day. This is
less of the kitty touching.
I'm into that. No, I don't want to.
Awkward silence.
Sorry. Crickets then.
Crickets, yeah. God damn it, why aren't you closer?
Comedy gold. All right. Love you, Chris. I'll talk to you real soon, hey?
Bye.
Nice to meet you, dude.
Have a good day.
All right, bye.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, hey? Cheers.
Bye.
And yeah, Crystal, absolute beautiful human being that I've known her for going on 12 years, like not as long as yourself, but she was a gappy, come on Kanimbla, and then she became a full-time fledged chef, and then traveled around, and one of the people that I've seen throughout her career, but also no matter how distant or period of time apart, we've come back and we've connected. Me